everybody, and welcome to my very first YouTube video. In this video, I wanted to do a quick flip through of my December spreads because I'm really excited about them, and I just wanted to share them with you all. So to start off with, this is my cover page, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I had a lot of fun decorating it and creating it, so it's definitely makes me really excited to journal. So right here I have my November recap, and this is something that I really like to do just because I think it helps me stay more motivated going into the new month. It's a great way for me to kind of reset, and it's just something fun. So for my November recap, I read 2 books, I completed 3 of my 4 goals, I got a new cat, and my stressor was leaving my other cat behind for a whole week while I was on vacation. And then my favorite song was Bright Whites by Kishi Bashi, and my favorite book was The Long Road to Mercy by David Badalci. And then on this side, I have my monthly goals. So for my goals, I try to keep them really simple. I found that if I had too many goals or they were too complicated, I wasn't able to complete them. So now I just stick to goals I know I can complete in 1 month, and that also sets me up for success. In the bottom part of this page, I have my daily word dump, and it's really fun to see what words I choose every single day, and it's just something that I've enjoyed to do. So for the first week of December, I have winter, projects, game night, and sushi. I chose sushi for today's word because I had sushi earlier today, and that's one of my favorite foods. Next to that, I have my weekly recaps right here. So for the weekly recaps, I just use them more as a reflection and a way to reset each week. So this week started off really rough, but it got a little bit better towards the end, and I think that December will continue to be a good month. And then on this page, I have my monthly quote, and that's just something that I really like to do for all my spreads because it's a lot of fun. Sometimes I choose a quote that's really motivational or inspirational. Sometimes I'll choose a quote just because I like it. So for this month, I have a quote by David Cameron that is, "Christmas gives us the opportunity to pause and reflect on the important things around us." I just really like that quote, so that's why I put it in my journal. And then below the quote, I have my calendar right here. I have check boxes on this side because I like to journal every single day. And I like to pick a random marker that I use to color in one of these boxes, and that's the color that I will use when I go to write in my journal. That's just something I started to do, and I think it's a lot of fun. It makes my journal look really nice and organized, so I decided to keep that system, and I really like it. Then I just have my monthly calendar, and I just kind of put some random stuff in there. I'll probably fill it out throughout the month. So on this page, I have my second wellness check-in, and right here I just have a letter to my future self. Basically, I'll open it on New Year's Eve, I think, and it's just sort of like, hey, you did really good, continue to do well, stuff like that, little motivational. And then right here, I have my daily stressor. So this is something I started in November because I realized I was feeling really stressed out about a lot of stuff, and I just kind of wanted to track that. I realized that when I ended up tracking all the things that were stressing me out, I was a lot less stressed about stuff because when I go and write stuff down in that section, I would kind of reflect a little bit, and that caused me to think on if it was just stressful in the moment and something that I should let go or not be stressed about, or if it's something that's actually stressful for me and I need to figure out a way to kind of minimize that stress. So I really like that column. I would highly recommend it to anybody who's journaling because I think it's incredibly useful and a good way to kind of reflect. Next to that, I have my daily highlight right here. So the daily highlights are really fun for me. They're also really helpful because it forces me to think of something positive during the day. And some days I just have really bad days. So when I go and I think of the daily highlight, it just kind of helps me put myself in a better mindset. And then, of course, on days when I have really good days, it's just a great way for me to kind of brag about how good my day was. And then in the third column, I have my energy levels. I haven't actually done this so far. This is new to me, but I've noticed that my energy levels have been all over the place, so I just wanted to be able to track that. And so far, my energy levels have been really low for December. So I'm really hoping that I can get my energy levels up as December continues. And then on the next page, well, I guess 2 pages, because these 2 pages kind of go hand in hand. So this is actually why I started to bullet journal in the first place. I really wanted to find a system that worked for me because planners weren't cutting it. They didn't have enough space for me to do all the things I wanted to do, and I would always forget to fill them out, so I turned to bullet journaling. And basically what I initially wanted to track was my to-do lists and my chores, because I'm very bad about remembering to do the things I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm also equally bad at remembering to complete all of my chores. So to explain this page, basically I have everything broken up between monthly to-do lists, weekly to-do lists 3 times a week, my daily to-do lists, my chore lists, and then this page, or this section of this page, will be my budget. Basically, how this system works is each task gets its own box for each day that I'm supposed to do that task, and then if I complete the task, it gets an X. If I complete part of the task, it gets half an X, and if I don't complete the task, it either stays blank or I put in a red X to signify I did not complete that task. So right here I have my monthly to-do list, and these are things that I want to do once a month. Some of them have dates because I have to do them on a specific date. Others don't, because it doesn't really matter when I do them as long as they get done that month. And then right here I have my weekly to-do lists that are organized by day of the week. So on Monday I do laundry, on Tuesday I do my core workout, on Wednesday I take care of my plants, and etc. And then over here, I have the days of when that week starts and then when that week finishes. So I just know, okay, so week 1 through 4, I don't have to do laundry because Monday wasn't part of those days, but I do have to grocery shop on Friday. I have to upload my YouTube video on Sunday and stuff like that. Down here, I have things that I want to do 3 times a week. So it doesn't really matter when I do these things as long as I do them 3 times a week. And then over here, I have those boxes, and then when the week starts and when the week ends. Right here, I have my cleaning schedule. I'm really bad at cleaning. I hate cleaning. I procrastinate. It's not fun for me, and I always get super distracted. So what I decided to do was take each room in my apartment, break them up, and assign them a day. So on Mondays, I clean my bathroom. On Tuesdays, I clean my bedroom. On Thursdays, I clean my living room, and on Fridays, I clean my kitchen. I found this to be incredibly helpful because I know on Mondays, I clean my bathroom, and that's it. I'm done after that. That being said, I will spot clean other rooms if I have to, but my main cleaning, the room I mostly clean is the bathroom. And then I have all the tasks that I want to do when I clean the bathroom. I also assigned a specific day that I'm supposed to clean the bathroom as well. So all of the Mondays are right here. That way I know exactly what day I'm supposed to be cleaning my bathroom. And honestly, it has worked. My apartment has managed to stay relatively clean for the most part, and I'm really proud of that. And then on this page, I have my daily to-do lists broken up between morning and night. I kept them to a minimum because when I had too many things to do, I just wasn't doing them. And I almost quit journaling because it was so overwhelming. But I decided to use my, I guess not really failures, but my inability to complete tasks to kind of sit back and reflect on why I wasn't completing tasks. And I think that's also really important, and that's a huge lesson I learned with bullet journaling, is like when you're not doing something, it's not necessarily that you're failing. It's just that maybe you need to sit back and reflect on why you're not doing it. For me, it was just there was too much that I was trying to accomplish. So I had to sit back and think about ways I could simplify my tasks. And I did. And it actually ended up working really well. Sometimes it just might be that you have to flip a task to a different day, or you need to simplify it, or it just was not a good week, and that's completely okay. That's when I kind of go back to my weekly reflection. I'll write those things down, and then I'll just say, okay, like, time to reset. Next week, reset, do better. And that's just something that I learned, and this spread kind of taught me that. So I don't know. I really love these spreads, and they've been incredibly helpful for more than one reason. And then on this side, there will be a budget. It used to be on its own page, but I decided to put it on this page because I wasn't looking at it when it was on its own page, and that was becoming an issue. So I really like having it here, and I think that's been incredibly useful. And then on this spread, okay, I kind of did it a little bit differently. For my activity and my mood tracker, I decided to stack them on top of each other just because I wanted to see how my activities and my moods were impacting each other. And I've actually found it to be incredibly helpful. For example, right here, I did some chores, and that made me feel really productive. Right here, I was being social, and that made me feel, well, social. I think like this is when I had my game night, so I was feeling really happy because I really like game nights. So it's just a good way to keep track of activities and moods at the same time as seeing how they impact each other. And I don't know, I just really like that. I think it'll be incredibly useful, and it already has been, so that's just something that I will continue to do with the rest of my spreads. Sorry, my cats are playing in the background, so if you hear any weird noise, it's probably the cats. And then right here, I just drew a little mood tree, and I really like that little bit of decoration, and it makes me really happy. Okay, on this page, I have my second wellness check-in. So right here I have my mental health tracker. This month has not been very kind to my mental health. I have my physical health tracker over here. Again, this month has been not very kind to how I've been feeling physically. And then right here, I have a new section that is a total work in progress, but I think it'll be really helpful, and that is how I try to make myself feel better. So my idea behind this is that on days when I feel like absolute garbage, I will try to do something to make me feel better. And then I will write that here, and I can keep track of if it worked and it helped me feel better, if I felt a little bit better but not really better, or like if I did something that made me feel a little bit better but I still wasn't feeling great, and then if it just didn't work at all. So I'm really hoping that that will kind of help me figure out things that I can do to make myself feel better when I feel sad or depressed, and kind of see like what works and doesn't work. And then on really good days, I'm thinking it'll just be like another daily highlight or something. On this page, I really like to do monthly challenges. So this month, I am attempting a drawing challenge where I draw something every single day, and having a place in my journal to kind of track that progress is really useful. So I have what I drew, what I liked about my drawing, and then one thing that I need to work on to make myself a better drawer. And then on this page, I have my meal planner. Originally, it started out as a meal prep planner, but I forgot to meal prep, and I just didn't write all the meals I wanted to make, and then I realized I just wasn't making them. So now it's just a meal tracker that could be switched to a meal planner. And then I have a grocery list right here. I really need to start to eat better because this entire month I've been eating horrible and I've been having a lot of ramen. So I really need to step up my game. On this page, I have my daily weight tracker. I don't really weigh myself every single day because I often forget, but when I do remember, it's nice to be able to see how my weight fluctuates throughout the entire month. And then right here, I have my hydration tracker because I'm so bad at remembering to stay hydrated. So I just like to track that, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I think it's helping a little bit, so I'm definitely going to keep it in my spreads. And then right here, I have my sleep tracker just because I realized I was going to bed really late. I didn't really feel like I was getting as much sleep as I needed to, even when I was going to bed on time. So I just wanted to be able to track that. I think it's been really helpful. Most of the time when I ride in it, I also note down that my cat woke me up really early in the morning, so that's always a fun time. So on this page, I have my review page, and that's just so I can track things that I have tried during the month. I can rate them on a scale of 1 through 4, and it's just stuff like movies, videos, books, food, places, events, activities, stuff like that. And I really like having this page because I think it's really fun to see everything that I have tried over the entire month. And it's just kind of useful in case I have to recommend something to someone. So I really like it. And then finally, for my December spread, I have my therapy page. This is a total work in progress because I've just started therapy. I'm not really sure how I will do the spread moving forward, but so far for my first session, I think I will do topics that we talked about, highlights from the session, takeaways from the session, and then things I want to do for next time. So this one I will probably fill out throughout the week just because it's stuff that I will want to talk about in the next session. And that is everything from my December spread. Thank you for watching.